So good morning, my dear students. Yesterday we were doing chapter Gollu grows a nose. In this chapter we have come to know that Gollu is a name of a baby elephant. So that elephant was always curious, always eager, inquisitive to know that why this happened, how this happened. So such kind of things always comes in his mind. So whenever he comes across any of the bird, any of the animal, so he used to ask them so many questions. And he was so much eager to know about that how does crocodile look. So when he gets a chance to meet a crocodile, so crocodile came so close to him and Gollu asked him that what you are going to have dinner tonight. So crocodiles became so happy that this elephant has come to meet me. So definitely he planned that he would going to eat that baby elephant. But there was a fight between those crocodile and Gollu. So during that fight, that he started scratching the nose. At that time, elephants were not having trunk. They were having swelled up, you can say big nose. So he started stretching it. And in that fight, his nose became so stretched that now it has become just like a trunk. And it can also swing in any kind of direction. So now let's read from
Ganpati Bappa More.
what happened. Mute yourself. So who is going to read from this page? Because here Gollu was requesting, please let me go. You are hurting me, Mr. Crocodile, screamed Gollu. So up to that we have read yesterday. So Drishti, you read from here.
Yes, ma'am.
The python who had been.
मैम हमने ये भी कर लिया था.
Sorry?
मैम हमने ना ये भी कर लिया था.
No, you start reading from there. Gollu sat back on his little haunches. Read about this fight. Gollu sat back on his...
Gollu sat back on his little haunches and pulled. The crocodile slipped into the water, making it all creamy with great sweeps of his tail, and he also pulled. Then the python coiled himself round Gollu's stomach and said, "Let's pull harder." Gollu ducked in all his four legs in the mud and pulled. The nose kept on stretching. At each pull, the nose grew longer and longer, and it hurt Gollu. The nose was now 5 feet long, but it was free at last. Gollu sat down with his nose wrapped up in a big banana leaf and hung it in the great grassy Limpopo River to cool. Gollu sat there for 2 days waiting for his nose to cool and to shrink. It grew cool, but it didn't shrink. At the end of the second day, a fly came and stung Gollu on the shoulder. Gollu lifted his long nose trunk and with it hit the fly dead. Advantage number 1, hissed the python. "You could not have done it with a small nose. Try and eat a little now." Gollu put out his tongue and plucked a large bundle of grass. He dusted it against his four legs and stuffed it into his mouth. Advantage number 2, hissed the python. "You couldn't have done it with a small nose. Don't you think the sun is too hot now?" Gollu scooped up some mud from the bank and slapped it on his head. Advantage number 3, hissed the python. "You couldn't have done it with a small nose." "Thank you, Mr. Python," said Gollu gratefully. I will remember all this and now I will go back to my family.
Okay. Now what happened? Golu was sitting on the, you can say, thighs, haunches, I have told you, a part of our thigh. So he was sitting on the thigh and he was pulling and pulling. There was a flight going and there was water. It was bubbling. It became creamy because of that heavy fight, because the Golu size was too huge. On the other hand, crocodile was also huge. So in that fight, basically what happened, they both had a fight, and then Python, that big snake, came and it coiled himself Golu's stomach and said that you just pull it harder. So Python was helping him to pull it harder and harder. So in this fight, the nose was stretching, and at each pull, the nose was growing long and long, and it was really hurting Golu. So now the size of the nose became near about 5 feet long. So this was the size of nose, but it was free at last. So Golu finally sat down, and his nose got wrapped in a big banana leaf, and it was hung on a river so that it could get cool, because in that fight it got so hot. Okay, so at the end of the second day, fly came and it stung Golu on the shoulder. Golu lifted his long nose and he hit the fly dead. So what was advantage number 1? Advantage number 1 was that the python hissed, you couldn't have done it with a small nose, try and eat a little now. Okay, so what can be the advantage number 1? That now earlier you were having a very little nose, you were not able to, you can say, pick up the things, but now you will have an advantage. Okay, so he was able to pluck large bundle of, you can say, grass. Okay, so he was dusting it with his forelegs and he was just stuffing it into his mouth. It means the fruit which was hanged, it was very easy to pluck it with the help of that long trunk. Okay, what was advantage number 2? Advantage number 2 was that it was told by hissed, means hissed is basically a sound of python, snake. So he told him, earlier you were not able to do it with your small nose, but now the sun is too hot now. Okay, so Golu scooped some mud from the bank and he slapped it on his head, because during summer season he could pick up mud and he could throw it on its body. So it became so easy. In scorching heat, he could cool himself. Okay, so what was advantage number 3? The python hissed. Okay, so he said that you couldn't have done with a small nose. So Mr. Python, he said thank you gratefully, that I will remember all this and now I will go back to my family. Clear? Now question number 1 is, answer the following question. Let's do discussion of question answer. Whom does Golu ask, why don't you ever fly like other birds? To whom did he ask? Tell me, start finding. Tell me, who is going to tell me, student from, who is going to tell me this answer from online class? To whom did he ask this question? Yes, Jalashveer.
Ma'am,
Yes.
Golu asked this question from ostrich.
Very good. So this question was asked to ostrich. So this question was asked to ostrich. Okay. Now let's move to second question. Which uncle of Golu had red eyes? Yes. So what will be its answer? Yes, Jasleen, you tell me.
Yes, ma'am. Hippopotamus.
What will be the spelling of hippopotamus?
Hippopotamus.
It is HIPPO. Then again POTAMUS. So write down the spellings of hippopotamus carefully. All of you. Hippopotamus. Okay. Next question we have is, Golu's relatives did not answer his question because they were shy. The question were too difficult. Golu was a naughty boy. Now type in chat box. What are your answer? Hurry up. The questions were, yes, questions were too difficult. Questions were too difficult. Clear? Questions were too difficult. Who advised Golu to go to the Limpopo River? Who advised? Tell me. Who advised? Mina. Who advised? Mina Bird. Okay, now let's move to next question. Next question we have is, who advised Golu to go to Limpopo River? That was Mina advised Golu to go to Limpopo River. Why did Golu go to the river? Yes, Akshita, you tell me. Akshita, you tell me.
Golu went to the Limpopo River to find out what the crocodile had for dinner.
Very good. This answer is so simple. Lakshya, you tell me.
Yes, ma'am. When Golu asked the Minna if it knew what the crocodile had for dinner, Minna asked the Golu to go to the Limpopo River.
Okay, good. Same answer. Ritisha, you tell me. Ritisha, you tell me same answer. Yes, Ritisha, what is your answer? Ritisha, your answer is ready or not? Ritisha, you will be marked absent if you don't reply. Harmanpreet, you tell me. Harmanpreet. Harmanpreet. Bache, tell me this answer. Harmanpreet, tell me this answer. Tarun. Tarun. Yes, Tarun, you tell me. Tarun. Okay, Jalashveer, you tell me. Yes, Jalashveer. Yes, Jalashveer, you tell me this answer. Sanchit, you tell me.
Ma'am,
Yes.
to find out what crocodile have for dinner.
Yes. Simple. To find out, speak full line. Golu went to the river to find out what the crocodile will have for the dinner. Now, next question we have is, the crocodile lay on the bank of the Limpopo River. Golu thought it was a living crocodile, a dead crocodile, A log of wood. Yes, what is that? He thought that it was a log of wood. Now question number 7 is, what did the crocodile do to show that it was a real crocodile? The crocodile, to show that it was a real crocodile, shed crocodile tears. It shed crocodile tears. Okay, next question is, come here, little one, and I will whisper the answer to you. The crocodile said this because he couldn't stand up. He wanted to eat Gollu. Gollu was deaf. He wanted to eat Gollu. Who helped Gollu on the bank of the river? The python helped Gollu on the bank of the river. Name 2 things the elephant can do with his trunk and 2 he cannot. First thing is that, first thing will be, he can, okay, yes, he can pick up large bundle of grass. And 2 things, first, so he can pick up large bundle of grass, and second, he can keep, you just think about this, he can keep the flies away. So first thing that he can do was, you have to frame in line sentences. He can pick up bundle of grass, and second, he can, yes, he can keep the flies away. He can keep the flies away, and he can pick up bundle of grass. He can pick up bundle of grass and he can keep the flies away. Okay. Now you have to tell about 2 things that he cannot do with its trunk. What are the 2
Can I
things?
tell?
Yes, tell me.
The elephant can lift his food with his trunk. He can also pour water on himself with the help of the trunk. He cannot scratch himself with his trunk. He also cannot eat his food with his trunk.
No, first of all, make a list what he can do. He can pick up bundle of grass. He can keep the flies away. He can pour water. Now tell about his ability. He can keep the flies away. He can pour water, and
he can pluck fruits from trees at a great height.
he can throw. He can throw mud on its body. He can throw mud on its body. So these are the capabilities that he can do. Now you have to make a list of all those things that he cannot do with its trunk. Make a list of things that he cannot do with its trunk. Tell me. What are the things? Yes.
The elephant can lift his food with his trunk.
I'm telling he cannot do. Now you have to make a list of the things that he cannot do. He cannot.
मैं वही बता रहा था. मैं उसका ही बता रहा था.
बोलो दोबारा. Yes, tell me. Offline students,
Okay.
you tell me. Offline students, you tell me.
Ma'am, shall I speak?
Yes.
Ma'am, the elephant could
He
pluck
cannot
a
use
bundle of
its own.
grass with its trunk.
Sorry. Tell me.
Yes, ma'am. He cannot use its leg. He cannot see properly with its trunk.
Do you think that he cannot see properly because of its trunk? No, I don't think so. Any another point that comes in your mind? Type in chat box. He cannot use its leg. Okay, one of the student has written he cannot use its leg. He cannot see properly. Okay. And another point, can he clean his trunk himself? Can he clean his can he clean his trunk himself? So you will be writing he can't clean its trunk himself. He cannot clean its trunk himself. And another point that comes in your mind. Okay. Lakshya Janvi has written he cannot chew or eat directly with its trunk. Directly. Okay. Another point that comes in your mind. He cannot chew or eat food directly with its trunk. And another point that comes in your mind. Yes. And another point. He cannot stand on its trunk. Yes. He cannot stand on his trunk. Okay. So these are the points that you can take. Clear, bachche? Now your chapter is over. It's done. Now it is done. If you have any query related to this chapter, okay, one of the student is written, he cannot jump with its trunk. Okay, this can also be right. He cannot jump with its trunk. Okay. Now, bache, I want to discuss syllabus with you. See, in this PT2, we have done the chapter Gopal and Hilsa fish, quality. Gopal and Hilsa fish we have done, quality we have done, the ashes that made trees bloom. These 3 chapters are done. These are in your syllabus, Gopal and Hilsa fish, the ashes that made trees bloom, and quality we have done from literature reader, Honeycomb. And 3 poems we have done, the shed, the Shivi, and trees. Okay. Now from supplementary, the co-op and the anthem is done, Gollu grows a nose. And there is a chapter, the desert. The desert. But this chapter has been deleted from your syllabus. Okay. This desert chapter is deleted from syllabus. Only 1 chapter. Desert also and trees poem also. It will not be done. It will not be asked in your paper. So don't get confused. It's better that you note down on your books, because I know what will you do during your exam preparation. You will ask your friend that we haven't done this chapter. It is mentioned in syllabus, and you will create such kind of problems. So instead of that, what you do, you write down trees poem and the desert. Both these topics are deleted from your syllabus. Clear? Note it down. You just note down these two things: trees poem and the desert. These two chapters will not be done. Clear? Now we have some time. So let's do narrations. Okay. I will be taking only some of the narrations that we will be discussing it in the class as a practice. Okay. So start doing. Clear? See, in narration, if we are given said, if reported verb is given in past tense, reported verb is given in past tense, then how the rules will be changed? That if present is given in direct speech, so in indirect speech, this present will become, tell me, past. This present will become past. And if we have been given present indefinite tense, this present indefinite will change into, tell me, this present indefinite will change into
Past indefinite.
past indefinite. Now tell me, what is used in present indefinite? What is used in present indefinite? In present indefinite, it is used verb first form plus s or es. In present indefinite, we use verb first form plus s or es. But when we change it into past, it becomes verb second. Now the bell has gone. We will continue this topic on Monday. Okay, students? Thank you. I wish you all a very, very happy Independence Day. Happy Independence Day. On Monday, I think you have holiday. So we will continue this topic on Tuesday. Okay? Okay, students?
Yes, ma'am.